Hello friends and welcome to the channel. I'm Handington and today we're playing SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Oh, is there only one save file that goes directly into the game? I'm not sure. Is it loading up a screen for different save files? I know there used to be different save files on the GameCube one. I had it for the GameCube. Loading. Loading.
Welcome to Bikini Bottom, a normally peaceful undersea
Very
sanctuary.
laggy.
Today it will be transformed into a theater of pure horror.
The voices are all off.
Will play the starring role.
The cutscenes look great, it's just it's out of sync.
I devised an ingenious plan to finally steal the Krabby Patty formula. And if Bikini Bottom happens to get demolished in the process, oh well. With my brand new Duplicatotron 3000, I'll clone an army of robots that will wreak mayhem and destruction at my command.
He can build an army of robots, but he can't lip sync his own voice.
Last review of the checklist. Let's see. Item number 1. Is Plankton a genius? Answer yes. Okay, checklist complete. Throw in the switch. Welcome, my perfectly obedient robot army. Hang on. I want to get a photo for my scrapbook. Hey, hello? What do you think you're doing?
This messes up all the comedic timing and story of the game. I hope you've seen this beforehand.
But I'm your master! I made you! No! Oh, my good China!
Did they re-record these lines? Oh, the robot even still looks like it's a little nubby lump. I love that.
Day playing robots and racehorses.
Yeah, only
Look at the shine on his eye.
and the robots mixed up.
Wouldn't it be great if we had real robots to play with, Patrick?
Oh, that's so
Like
disturbing.
Lolo Jr. or Zorlon or maybe Frankie.
SpongeBob's voice coming out of Patrick's mouth just sounds wrong.
What if we put the robots in here?
Oh, how shellfish of you!
It's not just any shell. It's my magic wishing shell.
Wow, that's great, Patrick!
So we put the toy robots in here.
Okay.
Then we say the magic wishing words and shake the magic wishing shell.
Okay.
Then we go to sleep, and in the morning we'll
Oh,
have
cool,
real
you can see the
robots to
texture
play
on
with.
SpongeBob's
Patrick, aren't you going to
sponginess
say
up
the
close.
magic
That's so
wishing
cool.
words?
You already did.
So, okay is the magic wishing word?
It used to be Alakazama Alabala Wiesna Tikitana Fushbar Griddle Bits von Wiederschnauzer, but I kept forgetting it.
Are you sure this'll work?
Sure. Last week I only had one big cookie crumb and I was really hungry, so I put my cookie crumb in the magic wishing shell, then I said the magic wishing word and shook it, and in the morning I had lots of little cookie crumbs.
Patrick,
just
I
froze
proclaim
there.
that tomorrow is going to be
Oh
the
my gosh,
best
it took a
day
second to
ever.
load in the world and the textures.
Good night, Patrick.
The next morning.
Gonna play with robots, gonna play with robots, gonna play with robots.
Oh no, it cut the audio and the video died. Video killed the audio star. I really hope that recorded. That's amazing. It absolutely malfunctioned.
Yeah, Gary. It sure looks like we're in a doozy of a pickle. I think I'm gonna have to learn a lot in order to fix this mess.
Oh, look at his expression. Oh my gosh. So he doesn't just do the speech and then look heroic when talking the whole time. Yeah, he has different faces. Is Gary's front eyelid on the back of his eyelid? But the couch is still sunk into the ground, which I'm happy about. Oh, look, SpongeBob's arms droop down as well. Oh, I love the expressiveness. I don't know what the controls are. Space?
What a fantastic idea! These signs will provide important tips to help me out.
Look at the sunlight. Look at the sunlight as it goes off the little fish lure in the background. Oh, I love that the sun rays shine in through the window. And there's little flecks floating to make it feel extra like it's underwater. That wasn't in the original game. That's a nice touch. I like that. That's really cool. And the music sounds great. I don't know if they used the original music or if they did a recomposition and it just sounds gorgeous. But regardless, it sounds gorgeous. It's been a while since I've played the game, so I don't remember everything exactly.
How do I read the signs?
His lips lip sync to the things that he's saying. I love the expression. And look at that, he pauses and he does a bit of a neutral face. Granted, I did think it was funny whenever he would pause and then just look heroic and then his tie would fly in the wind when he would stand still. I know that happened in the movie game. But this is something, I mean, that was charming. This is awesome. I like both. I am totally on board with this.
Oh, okay. Press this button to read the signs.
They still kept this button so they could have it on different platforms without having different audio. I still love that. Yay. Okay, F to read the signs. Press F to pay respects.
Ow.
Press F to read the signs. Look at how happy and content Gary is. And it blurs a bit in the background while Gary's in focus. And you can see the shadow, which looks nice too. Oh, and the sand. You can really see the sand from this angle. Look at that. It's so colorful. It looks like it's a fish tank sand, which is that's deliberately what it was supposed to feel like.
So if I want to come back and talk to you again, just walk up to you and press this button. I'd better get started now, Gary. I think that this is going to be a very long day.
They kept this in where they say the lines, and sometimes it has 2 dialogue boxes, but the lines keep going. Explore the kitchen. Oh yeah, this is another thing that I heard. The shiny objects don't really look like they're a shiny piece of, like, metal, or, like, to me they always look like it was shiny tinfoil. Here they look a lot more like gummies. Little bit off-putting, but at the same time, I still like it. Explore the bedroom. Oh, look at that. There are ropes from above that are blurry from this camera angle. Cool. Explore the attic. Oh, this is the attic. For some reason, I thought it was just like the room off to the side. And it was just like Doctor Who's thing, where it's like, oh, there's an entire library just right outside where the wall would be. Makes a lot more sense that it's the attic, actually. Explore the closet. And there's the golden spatula. The golden spatula seems a little bit off from the original's feel. But again, I still like it. And there's SpongeBob's outfits, which are exactly the same with 4 different pairs of shoes. And I love that the shoes are also differently spaced. So there's the ones that are, you can see on the left, they're close together, a little farther apart, and they keep getting further apart as it goes from left to right. I love that. Ooh, there's an autosave on the bottom. Yes, SpongeBob, I'm talking to you. I can control the camera with the mouse. Oh, details. This is a much more efficient menu than scrolling through everything else. I like this. I like this menu. Plus, I also like the fact that it looks the way that it does. In the beginning of the game, you could always look at the other levels. You just couldn't warp to the rest of them. And here they have a map as to where everything is located in relation to everything else in Bikini Bottom. I like that. Oh, you could just teleport straight to Mr. Krabs. Oh, that's so nice. And Patrick. Oh, it keeps everything nice. The Chum Bucket Lab. Oh, this is so cool. I love that they drew up a little faded map, and then there's SpongeBob to tell where you are, and he looks like he's drawn in the newer SpongeBob style, but looks great. I have no issue with that. It looks great. I love the painting design of this. Oh my gosh. Oh, the bus is driving to the side for Rock Bottom. Industrial Park, the boss area. Oh my gosh. I love that they have on the corners the not actual areas, but these two are bosses, and then these are like the blue coins from Mario Sunshine, and this is, you can spend essentially the game's coins to earn more golden spatulas. And then here's the rest of the levels, and then downtown, regular Bikini Bottom, and then downtown makes sense that it's next to it. Same with Jellyfish Fields, right down the road. Has to be close by for Shady Shoals, makes sense. I like this. This is cool. This is so cool. Oh, I am so on board with this. Alright, E is options. Let me change the camera settings. Camera correction. I'll make it a little bit lower, because otherwise the camera just kind of shakes everywhere. Oh! This is the brightness! Oh, I can make the game darker. That's what I wanted. Gameplay settings, smart camera on. Okay, I can't make the camera a little less sensitive, which is what I wanted. Save. Oh, you do have the 3 save slots. Okay, so it just sends you right in there. Sends us a save space. Yes, okay. Oh, it went by a little fast. I couldn't get to read what it said. Oh. Alright, this is great. This is fantastic. Gorgeous. Look at this. You can tell the light now from the things that send out light. This was one of the issues. Oh, I got something in my Steam inventory. This was one of the issues with the game, that everything was a little bit too bright. I guess nobody is like me, where they spend time adjusting the gameplay settings when they could be doing other things. Oh yeah, what's the audio settings? No, I like all the audio the way it is. Oh my gosh, this is great. I like it. I like it this way. Oh, perfect. Look at this. Oh, and you can see the light beam beautifully now, shining in from the window. This is Bikini Bottom HD. Except for I like that they used to have the actual model of it. I do like that they drew up a specific sprite for the golden spatula locks. Oh, it's also really tiny on the bottom, rather than covering up the rest of the screen where it says you need more golden spatulas to open the door. I kind of feel like that should be up on the top instead. But still good. That's still good. This feels a little bit flat, as you can see, because it's literally just a flat PNG. Oh, and it's invisible from the other side, so it has only a single surface of texture. It disappears from this angle. Still, though, I don't hate it. I still like it. Oh, SpongeBob still has his older animations. I thought they got rid of some of those in place of just the meme ones, because they added in like 1 or 2 new ones. Speaking of which, speak of the devil, there it is. Oh my gosh. So he does the chicken SpongeBob, which was a meme. You can't really see it from this angle too well. That's charming. That was one of the things that like added so much charm. They do the SpongeBob movie faces, and I think they each have like maybe 1 extra bonus animation. Or multiple ones. I don't remember that. Oh my gosh, there's even more animations that I saw. I think there are more animations than just the meme ones. And the ones from before. Because I remember the armpit one. He looks around. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't turn the camera to the right. It's stuck on the wall. That one, I believe, was one from the earlier game. He falls asleep. You don't get sent to his dream when he falls asleep here, though. Getting his tongue ready for the tongue boarding later. I love that his pupils get a little bit smaller when it tucks it in. Oh my gosh, he has so many idle animations. You don't see Ellie from The Last of Us sticking one hand in her ear and it comes out her other ear. I'm kidding, of course, but like... Oh, I remember that one from the original. It's just the happy and joy and charm in this is wonderful. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, and he's playing his nose flute. You know a game is fantastic when you can literally do nothing and obtain... There it is, there's the other face. You can literally do nothing and acquire much joy from a game. There he is dancing. Oh, and he puts up his finger on his right hand. This is a delight. And he shrinks down a little bit as he scratches his head. I think it's a set of idle animations that each happen... I love that. I think it's so that this way they don't duplicate and you can sit through all of them. Well, that is on brand with SpongeBob. Makes sense. He can do that. Oh my gosh, they spent so much time. Oh, there it is. We've cycled back to the chicken Bob face. You can see it better now. That episode was terrible. This moment has become the best moment from that terrible episode because it was one of the mid-season SpongeBob's. This is just fantastic. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Whoa! Okay, E is the Bubble Bash. He still has the Viking helmet when it happens. Oh, you can even see the ceiling. And has the little ropes too. E is the bash, gotta get used to that. Is there a way to change the controls? Doesn't seem like there is. Okay, so F I believe is just talk. V, R, T. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, click is the attack. That's good. Jump is space. Okay, this feels comfortable. Oh, they still make the sounds. Alright, they didn't get rid of any of the jumping sounds. And they kept in the fact that you can stand on the windowsills and doors. That everything... And you can still stand on some of the midair. You can jump on the objects that aren't flat and just stand on here. There's not an invisible wall. This was so much fun to do. These are the little things. I believe even those ropes, I'd like to believe, are textured as well. Oh no, wait. It's just okay. So it's just a flat ceiling there, but the top still looks pretty good from the ropes. Those are all textures. They're not just a flat picture on there. Oh my gosh. Haven't even left the first screen of the game and already I'm full of joy. Does this bounce like a springboard? Yes! It's a little lower when you don't... Oh, and it even shakes a little bit. Ah! And it's still to the side. That does the double jump. And if you... Alright, so it doesn't bounce you up incredibly high. Oh my gosh! You can walk onto it! And it doesn't shake! Doesn't immediately bounce you! But if you jump, it does! And this gets you, good game design, giving you a space to play around. You can... this gets you introduced to springboard mechanics in a fun way. There's a picture of SpongeBob and Squidward. Can I see it? Can I destroy it? Okay. Can't destroy the picture. Can't talk to the picture, that's fine. And you can still stand on here. Ooh, I got a shiny object from the other room. You can stand on this picture frame! There's the phone. Oops, sorry, Gary. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, Gary makes a really hurt face at first. Poor Gary. As I say as I continue to smack him. Okay, that's enough. That feels even sadder rather than just like going meow. But again, it's supposed to incentivize you to not do what I just did right there. There's the tables all knocked over. Ah, it feels like the game. They messed with the picture of Gary. No! Yay, you can still stand up here. You can just have fun exploring SpongeBob's house from the show. And it makes total sense as well from the show that the inside of the house isn't like a flat square room over here, but it's rounded on the side. I feel like this game helped to like give people a much better idea of how SpongeBob's house would lay out spatially. This feels like it's SpongeBob's house but set up for a game level. I love it. I love it so much. Yay! And you can even stand on the edge of the hook. Oh, and you sink down a little bit on the side of the hook, too. Oh my gosh. This feels wonderful. Bikini Bottom stinks. So, because everything was out of sync, to clarify what happened at the beginning, because it was all a little shaken up, Plankton made an army of evil robots that'll obey his every command to take over Bikini Bottom, but he accidentally flipped the wrong switch and set them to don't obey, because that is the greatest way to just have the plot. He just built in like a self-destruct button, but it's a don't obey button. And so, at the same time, SpongeBob and Patrick made a wish in Patrick's magic wishing shell, where he stuck the robot in to shake it up and not pretend, and then the next morning, they would suddenly have real robots to play with. They didn't put the horse in, that SpongeBob was playing with, conveniently, but they stick the little robot in, so the entire game, SpongeBob and Patrick feel like they're the ones who caused this in Bikini Bottom. They're the ones who created the robots with their wish, and they feel guilty about it, so they decide to try and fix their mistake, and throughout the game, everybody gets angry at them, thinking, oh, I'm sorry, I did this, and then they're like, oh, SpongeBob, how could you? Alright, we'll fix this up then. Even Plankton plays along, where SpongeBob's like, I did this, and he's like, yes, you did this. Okay. Fix things. Let's talk to Gary.
Meow.
Meow.
Give me some credit, Gary. I remember. Press this button to read the signs.
Okay, very good. And then E is the Bubble Bash. Alright. There's some extra unused paint cans from when this was vandalized. Oh, your Bikini Bottom stinks. Not just Bikini Bottom stinks. I misread that the first time. Need more shiny objects.
Myself a snack, but there's no time!
There's no time except for all the time that I'm wasting in this episode. Yay! Look at this! You can see all the little shelves. Seaweed juice. Oh, the soda and cans are floating on top of the fridge. Then again, the fridge looks great too. I love how it's just a pile of soldered metal together. There's Kelpo, I remember that from the show. Free prize inside. Emergency Krabby Patties in a can. Oh my gosh, I think these were just untextured cans before, and they added these. Volcano sauce, which I think is another SpongeBob reference. Canned coral, where's the canned bread? Oh, they didn't add that in. Oh well. And there's the... Oh, it just says soda. Okay. Oh, I can't destroy that. That's fine. Love the textures on the wall. These textures you can't interact with because they're a flat picture, but they look like they're not. But that's good. And there's the stuff on top of the other shelf. It looks like that's clams. Or something. I don't know. And in case you need an extra little board, I like to imagine this is like a cutting board for SpongeBob where he chops vegetables from the other side of his house. This gives you a safe little environment to play around, to collect stuff. Now, from what I remember, you'd walk in here and then it would just show you something. Oh, no, wait, the typewriter's right over there. Okay. Let's head over to it. Oh, it doesn't... Okay. When you used to walk in here, it would suddenly rush you over to the typewriter and then tell you the things instead. So I think they changed that so now you can just choose to do it. Oh, they kept the little beach ball table. That's good. Here, let's read this.
A note from Mr. Krabs!
Oh, he's so excited.
And it even smells sweaty, just like him.
So I guess SpongeBob was just sleeping, and then people just snuck into his house. The robots vandalized it. Mr. Krabs typed on his typewriter that was in the kitchen. And maybe he imposed the rule that he can't get out of the house without a golden spatula. Who knows?
Ahoy there, SpongeBob! As a faithful crew member of the Krusty Krab, you've been, promoted to head shiny object collector.
He still doesn't quite sound like Mr. Krabs, just like in the original game.
Wow! A promotion!
Oh, look, he's hugging himself. Oh my gosh. This is why the HD remake is worth it. Oh my gosh. That's such a charming effect. I love that so much.
That's right, a promotion. So what this here new job entails is you collecting all these shiny objects that the robots are leaving behind and bringing them to me. Now stop seahorsing around and get busy collecting.
Yay! F to read. These are shiny objects. Shiny objects are very valuable and may be traded to help SpongeBob along his quest. You'll need them to unlock certain areas or to give to Mr. Krabs. SpongeBob will need to collect many shiny objects in order to complete his quest and defeat the robot menace. 5 different shiny objects. Red, yellow, green, blue, and purple. I think that's the order of their value as well. Or red ones are worth the least. Red is the most common and least valuable. Purple is most rare. Yep, okay. More valuable shiny objects are usually harder to find or in dangerous places. Yep, that one's worth only 1.
It shines.
Oh, those yellows are worth 2. Blues are worth 10. Greens are worth 5. 1. Oh, I'm so excited. Yay. I am so excited. I'm so excited. Yay. Yes! You can even get stuck in little corners like in before. Oh, I'm so happy. And there is SpongeBob's spatulas. He can't jump through the spatulas. They're solid objects. You can walk through the side. Well, you can kind of glitch through them a little bit, which is good. Oh, I love that. I love that little detail. They put that in. They put it in that you could go behind them, but you can't. They programmed this. I am so happy. I am satisfied with my purchase. You can see the little stove heating up on the top there. Here's SpongeBob's cut in half board, or chewed in half board, with his bucket sink. Oh, the stars on the inside as well? They must have reused the texture for the bucket rather than making a new one. Odd. But the entire thing is textured. Let me see if I can get on top of the window, or maybe it's a little bit too snug. Nope, I was able to land on it. And I thought there was a purple shiny object up high that you could get to. Oh well. Here are the little chairs. Yay! Oh my gosh, there's SpongeBob on Mystery! I think they added that in as a new thing. new pictures. I can't speak. New pictures. And there's his, this one actually has plumbing on the bottom. There it is. Oh, there's the soap that looks like the doubloons soap. Look, doubloons. Don't drop them. Yes, you can still get this by jumping on, like, the... Oh, you can get it by the toilet as well. Okay. I always like to try and get it by jumping over here. Yeah, you can stand on the picture frame and then get it. And you can stand on the towel rack. Oh, does the toilet still flush? When you hit it. I love how the toilet is actually as big as he is. I could have sworn that the toilet used to flush when you'd stand on it then leave. Ah well. Oh, there's his ringer. Terrible SpongeBob episode stuck in the ringer. But still a cool ringer nonetheless, where he dries himself off like in the movie. That one is a much better use of his ringer. I kind of felt like you'd stand in here and wouldn't he take a shower or something? It still blocks him out from that direction, but I think it just does that. Anyway. F doesn't do anything. What about pressing F over here? Nah. Alright, they might have left out a couple of things like that. Oh well. Not a perfect remake, but good enough. They've done enough to make it feel worth it. SpongeBob may see how well he's doing by pressing tab. Oh. Number in the upper right is the shiny objects he's collected. Number in the center is golden spatulas. Patrick's lost socks, lower right. Finally, how many pairs of underwear SpongeBob has. When you get hurt, you soil your underwear, and you lose a pair. There we go. So that's the, that brings up the HUD. The bubbles, it seems a lot more like they're floating in the bubbles, as opposed to them being much more, like the bubbles being the background, as like the...
myself a snack, but there's no time!
As like the grayed out hearts, like in Zelda, where you have another heart container. And the red part is the heart. Oh, there's another one up there. Rewarded for exploring. Yay! And what's cool is that over here, let's see, we have 60 shiny objects. So there's the 50 and there's the 10, so you can go through either door you wish. Pay 10 shiny objects. Let's see. Or we can pay the 50. I think the... Let's see, the 50 is like the main thing, right? Yes, alright. So this is actually the goal. So if you wanted to get through here fast, you can just... If you don't have all of the objects needed, if you didn't explore, you can go to that room, which is a lot easier. Or you can just go here and then get the spatula. And it's not an either or, because you still have 10 left over to explore over here right away. Ooh, I'm almost out of camera time. I'm so happy. They have in these little moments in picture frames. Alright, we'll explore this part later. So I believe it's that time again, friends. If you like what I do, don't be shy to give a thumbs up. Have a pleasant day, everyone. And this is Handington, nerding out. Yay! Bye!
Welcome to Bikini Bottom, a normally peaceful undersea sanctuary. Today it will be transformed into a theater of pure horror, wherein our little yellow friend will play the starring role.